This is my Minecraft house, but I've had it for over 3,000 days. So in this video, I'll be building the biggest mega base that you've ever seen, taking over 500,000 blocks to make in 2 months of my life. In the last video, I built a giant custom mountain and I need to add something on top of it. So I'm gonna add a big mega base and I'm make a massive storage system with an auto store that could fit every item in the game. So if you guys want to see that, please stick to the whole video. Enough talking, let's get into the video. First thing I'm going to do is make a giant circle out of stone. See how big my mega base will be. Then I'll go from there. Finish making the outline and it's a pretty decent size. It's like 50 by 50 and I'm obviously going to add more stuff around it. Like some small pillars around it maybe. Now it's time to get the materials for the mega base. The three main materials I need are light gray concrete, white concrete, and light blue stained glass. And thankfully, someone named Red Angers built a concrete duper. So I'm just gonna take out the sand that you put here. I'm gonna replace it with white concrete and light gray concrete powder. This farm can make over 10 million items per hour. It's absolutely crazy. Look how much items it made from 5 minutes of AFK. I could definitely get enough items in like 10 minutes. I have enough items for now, and I'll go get some more later when I need it. But I'll see how far this thing will get me. I just added some extra pillars surrounding the area because I want to make it a little more interesting. I don't want everything to be like one circle, you know. I need to turn the concrete powder into normal concrete, so I'm gonna get jump boost 2, which lets me jump 2 blocks high. See, so I can build up 2 times faster. It's time to build a mega base, and the first thing I'm gonna build is the entrance of the place because it's like the best place to start with, so you can know like where to center everything. I finished, and this is a big enough door so I can fly in with my elytra. Now I'm surrounding all the stone with white concrete, and I'm also gonna remove the stone like later after I build the walls. But now I'm gonna start building the front part and I'll show you guys how it looks. I just gotta place this and I'm gonna be done with the skeleton of the build. And this is like pretty massive. Obviously there's gonna be more layers. Like there's gonna be a second layer bigger than this. And I'm gonna add glass between those holes obviously, but this is just you know, see how it looks. I guess it's time to build the other sides. I finished building all of them, and now I'm gonna start building the pillars because it doesn't really look good. And after I build the pillars, I'll fill it in with glass. If I were to add white concrete everywhere, it would be too plain, so I'm gonna be adding a bit of light gray concrete. I finished building a little bit of the pillar, and this is how it's gonna look. Obviously it's gonna be like 3 times larger than this because there's gonna be the second layer, and I'm gonna make it like all the way to almost height limit. But I guess now let's build the other pillars. These are the last blocks of place and I'm gonna be done. And I'm actually really liking how it looks. And the next thing I'm gonna be doing is filling all the holes with light blue glass. So I guess it's time to go to the gravity block duper. I'm using it for sand to make glass, and I made a perfect circle in Minecraft, guys. There's so much here. All I gotta do is get sand from here, and thankfully last episode I built a auto smelter, and now I can get lots of glass. All I have to do is just click this lever and it starts. And now I'm gonna dye it to light blue, and it's not that hard for me to get the light blue dye because I made an automatic bone meal farm last episode and I got lapis, so this was really easy to do. I got 4 shulkers of glass, and I think this might be enough to finish the first layer. So now let's get building. Now I'm finally done placing all the glass, and it's time to move to the second layer. These glasses, it might seem like it's empty, but it glitches because like the chunks aren't loaded. So, you know, if I walk next to them, they'll load back in. See, these are actual glass. But now let's get to the second layer, and I'm gonna do a different design to this so I could like make it more, you know, better. Before I built that, I went to this building competition to build like a logo of someone else's head, and it was trap. Every event on the server, there's always TNT involved. I'm gonna make kind of like a floor, but not really. It's only be like 1/4 of this place covered, because I want to make it like less wide so it could be like different, you know. You'll see what I mean once it's done. I finished it and now it's done. So basically it's gonna be like a smaller circle for the second layer. So, you know, it could be like not everything the same. And I'm gonna make the windows a lot taller, not like long. So it could like be like more unique, you know. So I guess it's time to start building. And this is how it looks. The window looks a lot smaller, so I'm probably gonna add some more windows on top, but it's a lot taller, you know. All right, I finished the little section on top, and I think that's the right height. I think that's the max height of the build. So I guess I'm gonna make the pillars right now to see how everything will look in the front and see if it's really good. I built one pillar and see how it looks. Yeah, I'm really liking how it looks, and I made this pillar a bit bigger than the other, like how the big thing in the middle looks, so it could be like a little bit different. And now I'm gonna build the rest of them. These are the last blocks to place, and I'll be done placing all the walls of the mega base. And all I have to do now is make a roof, which will be like a glass dome. This whole thing took over 20 hours just to build the mega base, but also to make the auto sorter inside of it. It will take a long time. So please like and subscribe because these videos take a long time to make. Enough talking, let's start building the roof. Finished the whole mega base, and now I'm gonna start building the floor, and I'm also gonna make a bunch of podiums to put like my netherite beacon that I'm making future videos in every single beacon possible, and I'll build the auto sorter. This is gonna be a pretty long video. While I was building the roof, this kid Rusty Musty kept on trying to jump me, so I decided to jump him. And CB was doing a daycare, and everyone was there, so I crouched up to them. You guys had to see how this played out. Next time, don't mess with me. I'm gonna remove all this grass. I'm gonna replace it with concrete, and then I'll start building stuff on top of it. So all I gotta do is I finished. So now I'm gonna make the podiums for the beacons. I'm all done, and next thing I'm gonna need to do, so I'm gonna make a staircase down here, and then I'm gonna put my storage. So it's gonna be like a 60 by 60 thing under here. And there'll be around 240 chests, I think. I finished placing all the beacons, and this is how much progress I did on my diamond beacon. I got a bit from my shops that I made. Then I guess I'm gonna make the staircase down and the floor. So this is basically gonna be the level where the auto sorter system is gonna be. And there's basically gonna be 3 levels to this mega base. So basically I made an outline of this whole place, and it's actually really massive. It's almost like as big as the mountain. But to be honest, there's a lot of stuff I need to put in there. I finished a quarter of the build. I'm gonna be adding glowstone as a light source. So I guess it's time to build the other ones. I got all the chests and hoppers for the auto sorter. Most of the wood I got from when I was making space for this mountain base. But I guess it's time for me to start placing 1,200 chests. This is gonna take a while, but at least I would have a storage system that I could have for the rest of the server. I finished placing all the chests, and now I'm gonna move on to placing the hoppers in the back and making the whole sorting system. Thankfully, I already crafted all the material, so all I gotta do is place it, and this mega base will be done. I also made a staircase leading to the farm, so I could go up and down from the mega base, and it won't take a long time. I finished placing all the hoppers, and now I'm working on the auto sorting, redstone part. So first thing I gotta do is just place redstone along this line. Now I'm gonna place the comparators facing the hoppers. I got it wrong. I placed it wrong. But this is the main part because it's the reason why the whole thing works, because it detects when there's the 41 blocks in the hoppers. So yeah. Now I'm gonna place the repeaters facing the comparators. Now I'm gonna place blocks on top of this. And now glass, because bedrock auto sorters are different than Java, and redstone could go through glass, and that's the main point of how this works. The last part of the redstone is to add the redstone dust on top. And now I'm gonna place hoppers facing the comparators. And the last thing before I have to put the items in, I have to place the top hopper that goes through all the hoppers and it organizes it. Now the last thing to do is fill all the hopper slots in with named grass blocks for like any item. So when you put something there, it doesn't get mixed up with everything else. This is gonna be way too boring for you guys, so I'm gonna skip to when it's done. This is the last grass block I gotta place, and everything is done. I'm trying to place one in here to see if it's good. But the final thing I gotta do is decorate this room. So with the quick editing magic, boom, now it's done. This whole storage system is done. I already added the gray, all the colors of wool, because my sheep farms like storage was full of wool, so I gotta put them somewhere. So I guess this video is done. If you guys like this, subscribe, and see you in the next one.